All right, gentlemen, let's get started. I'm sure you're all wondering what's in front of you. You will be randomly choosing one of these boxes. Each box contains mystery steel and a specific technique that you must use to forge your blade. Walter, you're up first. Please choose your box. Walter, you've chosen canister Damascus. Theo, you're up next. You have chosen the Hada technique.
All right.
Joe, you're up next. Please choose your box. You got some good vibes from that one, right?
Good vibes.
All right. Joe, you've chosen Damascus. Eric, you're last. You've chosen the metal inlay technique.
Inlay technique. That's a difficult job right there.
Do your best work, because when the time runs out, one of you will have to surrender his blade and leave the forge. Your 3-hour forge time starts now.
All right.
And they're off.
Time starts now. Oh, no.
All righty then.
The Hada doesn't require any immediate prep work, so I'm gonna really start off fast and hard and maybe psych these guys out a little bit.
Theo's already started to weld up his billet. Walter has the liquid paper. He's pouring on the inside of that canister.
Liquid paper is great because it keeps the canister from welding to the billet that you make.
What am I doing?
That makes it easier to knock that can off.
Main thing with lining with the liquid paper is to be consistent. Get it nice and even and everything covered.
I draw out the billet, I get it to a decent size, cut that thing up. There's 36 layers right now. It's not enough. So I need something that's gonna distinguish this. I'm designing a ladder pattern Damascus.
Joe over here is drawing out his billet, looking really good.
Take that thing over to the vise and take out the grind, and I'm just grinding my slots in.
Joe is kind of going above and beyond.
That's gonna be cool. I should give a really neat pattern.
I'm trying to split this stock. I am really getting frustrated with myself. I've run half of my time out just trying to open the stock up. I'm concerned greatly right now. At this point, I'm thinking, holy shit, this is not looking good. How am I gonna get this done? And quite frankly, I'm starting to feel sick to my stomach.
I think I'm going to the welder, dude.
What's that?
I think I'm going to the welder.
I'm choosing to weld my insert in as opposed to forge welding it.
Eric has laid a bead to weld those two things together.
If he wants to do that and then forge weld it, cool.
All I'm focused on right now is making this blade usable.
You have 15 minutes to turn in fully hardened blades.
All right, let's get on the shortcuts now.
Coming along, coming along.
So once I've got the blade ground close enough for rock and roll, I'm ready to heat treat it.
Look at Eric's blade over here, kicking out sparks like nobody's business. He's trying to make up time. Theo's got a nasty chopper right there. Look at that thing.
And he's going for a hamon.
I think doing a hamon right now is a mistake. There's not a lot of time left. His best strategy would be to harden the blade.
Look over my competitor and I'm like, oh man, he's doing hamon. Theo's doing hamon. Oh, man, he's doing hamon. I gotta do something. So I'm like, where's the clay? So I grab the clay, I slather it on there as quick as I can.
Joe's gonna have a ladder pattern Damascus with a hamon line.
Pointless. I don't like it. When you spend this much time making Damascus, I really would prefer just to see the steel all cleaned off.
Joe in the quench. Theo in the quench.
And Walter in the quench.
Walter in
Bang,
the
bang,
quench.
bang.
We got 3 bladesmiths almost quenched simultaneously. There we go. Eric is in.
Boom.
Looking at my blade, now I got this little kink. My heart kind of sinks. I can fix it, but I'm running out of time.
He's making a 3-point. He's got a bend.
Not a good time to do it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmiths, shut down your machines, drop your tools.
Whew. Man, that flat kicked my ass.
The challenge was unbelievably hard.
We'll start with Theo's blade.
There's a lot of crud on this thing, but I don't see any cracks that travel either through the spine or through the front of the edge. So I have a feeling it's pretty well welded up. I like this shape. This is more of a competition cutter. It's a little longer. It should be a pretty good performer.
All right, let's move on to Joe's blade.
Biggest problem here is this tremendous warp right here at the blade handle junction. Now, that can be fixed if he has the skill set to do so. I hope he does it without breaking his blade, but if he does, he does.
All right, let's move on to Walter's blade.
You can see that he's got his Japanese-style influence of making the blade can get over with a beautiful finish and pattern he's got out of his canister. Very impressive.
And last is Eric's blade.
I worry about this, the construction. We don't know how much metal he got sleeved in. I mean, it wasn't very deep. You can see the track of that weld. We don't know what's underneath that. And if he does grind down deep enough to lose these as surface cracks, he might be opening up a weld that's not true all the way through that blade.
All right, judges, have you made your final decision? Doug?
Yes, I have.
Dave?
Yes, I have.
Jason?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go tell our smiths. Bladesmiths, the judges have completed their deliberation, and they've made a final decision. It's time for one of you to leave the forge. Eric, your blade did not make the cut.
Eric, we really appreciated how diligently you worked on that piece to laminate the steel together. The problem is there's a lot of places where it's not welded. Also, we noticed some micro cracking on the surface, and we don't know how deep that goes. And that's why we're sending you home.
Understandable.
Eric, please surrender your blade.
Thank you.
It is what it is. I put the best blade I could forward given the time that I had it. I've loved every second of being here. I may not be a Forge and Fire champion, but I am so blessed to have been here.
Theo, Joe, congratulations. The strength of your blades has earned you a spot in the final round of our competition. When you came here, you used our forge and our tools and our equipment to forge signature blades in your own style. Now we're sending you back to your home forges, where you will recreate an iconic blade from history. Are you ready to see what that weapon is?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That weapon is the Naginata.
All right.
The Naginata emerged around 1,000 years ago in Japan as a powerful pole weapon used by samurai warriors. Featuring a single-edged, slightly curved blade mounted on a wooden shaft, this 7 to 8 foot weapon was ideal for warding off attacks from enemies on horseback. Because it relied on momentum rather than upper body strength, it was an ideal weapon for female warriors. The Naginata was the weapon of choice for samurai wives defending their homes and was even wielded by Seong Mi-na in the video game series Soul Calibur. The traditions of the Naginata continue to be preserved through the teaching of the martial art Adarashi Naginata. Good luck, Bladesmiths. We'll see you in 5 days.
Today is day one. The first step I'm going to do is draw out our blade design. The process of making this is going to be outside of my ballpark. I'm not a Japanese sword maker. I'm an American knife maker, but we're going to give it our best shot. We're going to do a Damascus billet. So we're going to let this saw blade hopefully do some wonderful things for me. Doing Damascus is essentially tougher to do just because there's a lot of failure points. So in 300 to 400 layers, that's 300 to 400 times that I could fail. So we're going to turn that into hopefully a form today. I'm going to put it in here, heat it up, put some flux on it, and then this thing's going to be glowing I've never made a Damascus billet or blade this large before. Most stuff I make is about 9 inches long, and so I have a billet that is going to be drawn to about 40 inches in overall length, which is ridiculous. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge.
So the very first thing I have to do is start cutting the sections that I need. Here, I'm in a forge I'm comfortable with, and if I have more time. This being the first day, I would really love to just go ahead and start tackling forge welding all the pieces of the blade together. I'm gonna do a 3-layer laminate. So here I have my core material, and then here's my shell material on the outside. The benefit of the 3-layer laminate is that the outside shell absorbs the shock, whereas the hard core or edge material will stay very sharp. I definitely have the advantage over Joe when it comes to this, simply because I've made large blades many times before, and this will be his first. Well, I can see that the outer layer is starting to bow outwards. This is a big piece of metal. I may have bitten off more than I can chew. It's starting to look like the layers are separating from each other. They're expanding at such a great rate that even some of the tack welds may be busted. This is a problem, because it means I'm going to be constantly chasing the material to get it to re-weld to the other steels. It's delaminating already. I have a decision to make. Do I continue to pursue? It's going to be a headache if I continue down this path. No, I can't. But ultimately, it's going to require too much time. I'm going to have to strip off the outer shell and just do pure W2. It's going to be a mono steel blade. I trusted my gut, and my gut lied to me.
Today is the morning of day 2, and the plan for today is to go ahead and draw the blade out, grind it, and heat treat it. So we got a lot of work ahead of us today. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. But it's got a diet. You want slim fast or grind fast. So I have a blade. It's pretty square. There's a lot of little finishing to do, but it's actually ready for a heat treat. I am scared out of my mind. I have to get down, trying to move some of the equipment, move the propane tank out of the way, because I really don't want to burn the building down. When you change a variable, you get different results. I've never worked with that particular oil before, and we'll heat treat again.
I have no regrets in dropping the lamination at all. Today, I need to create an integral guard. I'm continuing with a process that I'm familiar with, and I know I'll do a good job on. I've decided to go with just a simple low-count twist, but it'll give it the additional wrought iron feel that I've been going for. Integral guards are very European in general, but I really think it will work for this piece. It looks nice. Are guards important on a knife? Well, they can be integral. Never done anything with a handle this long, so brand spanking new for me. Ash is historically a very nice, flexible wood. For this, it'll be great because it'll be able to take the shock of hitting something really hard like bone or armor. Oh, yeah.
Morning of day 4. We're just gonna do a hack test. It's more than sharp enough to hack through a tree. Sweet. Worked all right. The plan for today is to trim down the half and then just fit everything together and work on the finishing. This is my piece of ash. It's supposed to be vertical grain. It's a little off-centered, but it's not horrible. I've never really hafted a sword to a long pole. If one little part to the hafting fails, then the whole thing fails. And so there's a lot of little working parts. I'm really interested to see what Theo brings, because I feel like I'm going to give him a really good product to compete with.
The heat treat went very well. Ultimately, it's about little details. This is same manta ray skin. It's a traditional wrapping material for handles. That's beautiful. I have no intention of doing any testing on the weapon myself, because the last thing I want to do is push the weapon to its limit and break it. No, thank you. This is a damn good blade, and that's what I came here to do, is to forge a weapon that's gonna knock their socks off.
The Naginata was a Japanese weapon known for its long-range cutting ability. To see how sharp your Naginata is, I will take your weapon and I'll attempt to cut through these tatami mats and a side of beef. Theo, you're up first. You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do this.
Ah, jeez. All right. I'm nervous. The area where the guard meets the tang is a little narrow, which could result in bending, maybe a snapping. I'll take it. Yeah, all right.
I just want to point out that after that test, your blade has a slight bend to it. It almost cut all the way through one of the tatami mats. When it came to the side of beef, it cut cleanly through. Your blade feels good. It's got a nice weight to it, a nice balance. Overall, your Naginata will cut. Good job.
Thank you.
Joe, you're up next. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. I feel like Theo did really good in the tatami mat slice and exceptionally well through the beef slice. And I'm pretty nervous at this point on how my blade is going to perform.
Nice. Oh, well done, man. Yeah.
I would say I'm ahead in the game. Performed a little bit better than what Theo's did.
Well, Joe, you have a very sharp blade, but we now have an issue. When I cut through the tatami mat, your handle at the seams here came apart. Your handle seam has opened up. And not only that, it picked up some cracks on this side that runs all the way down here, and on the other side, a hairline fracture that goes down this way. The seams are big enough to where I can actually put my fingernail through them. That is a critical failure. And for purposes of safety, we cannot continue to test your weapon.
There's nothing? We can't do nothing?
Bladesmiths, the judges have determined that there's no reason to deliberate. Joe, due to the catastrophic failure of your weapon's handle, you may now leave the arena.
It's not the way I wanted to win.
I wouldn't say I have regrets. I'd say if I could go back and change some of the things I did, I would have gone with a different wood, something that was less likely to open up in a crack. I feel like I'm in a round room and I'm looking for a corner to cry in. It's a pretty tough loss.
Theo, congratulations. You are the Forged in Fire champion and will be receiving that $10,000 prize. Good job.
You know what I like about your blade? The way you reinforce your handle. Because the power you generate with that saved it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I am elated to be the Forged in Fire champion. Not the way I wanted to win, but I'll take it. I came here the youngest, smallest person, and I won. For the shortest guy, I certainly came out on top.